Greetings to you all. The striking doctors and teachers will never be paid a living wage because the Zimbabwe government is broke. Most people accept this as a matter of fact, which it is. They want the doctors and teachers to go back to work on the same starving wages they're getting. Let us give Mnangagwa a chance to turn around the economy. Many are. Their optimism reminds me of a witty remark on misplaced optimism. Zvinhu zviedzwa, chimbereko chivi chakabika mavhu. One should always try something. An old lady from Chivu tried cooking stones. What is sickening here is that Zanu PF has been promising the nation this delicious and nourishing stone stew for the last 38 years. And there are still people insane enough to still believe this nonsense. For the first 20 years or so after independence, Zanu PF promised economic mass prosperity, as Mugabe never tired of saying. The national economy took a totally different trajectory, one of steady decline in response to the criminal waste of human and material resources through mismanagement and corruption under Zanu PF's rule. For the last 20 years, Zanu PF has changed its tune. The party has grudgingly accepted the economic rot, and so has been promising to revive it. The party got us into the economic mess, and now it is claiming it will get us out of the mess. It begs the question, why did the party get us into the mess in the first place? Worst of all, Zanu PF claimed it was the only party competent to deliver mass prosperity. And now it still claims it is the only party competent to revive the crumbling economy. The party has done this by ruthlessly imposing the de facto one-party Zanu PF dictatorship. It has effectively denied the people their basic freedoms and human rights, including the right to a meaningful say in the governance of the country. With no democratic voice to hold Zanu PF ruling elite to account, the mismanagement and corruption for the first 20 years have gone up into overdrive. In 2016, the then President Robert Mugabe admitted the country was swindled out of the US $15 billion in diamond revenue. He never arrested even one swindler. President Mnangagwa has not done any better. He too has yet to arrest the first diamond swindler. A year later, in 2017, the then Minister of Finance, Patrick Chinamasa, told Parliament that government was still receiving 1/6 of the expected diamond revenue. There is nothing to suggest the situation is improved in any way. So we can be 100% certain the wholesale looting of Zimbabwe's resources is still continuing this day. In Zimbabwe, corruption has now been institutionalized, making it even more difficult to approach. The country's army, Zimbabwe Defense Forces, has its own diamond mining concession, for example. And so all the top brass in the army are benefiting from the looting. The police, CIO, and other state institutions have their own mining concessions. It is one thing taking one or two corrupt generals, and quite another taking on all the top brass in the army, police, CIO, etc., etc. Even rich nations like America or Japan cannot sustain a US $15 billion revenue hemorrhage. much less an impoverished country like Zimbabwe, with a gross domestic product of US 10 billion. Mnangagwa has done nothing to end the gross mismanagement and the rampant corruption, the two cancers killing the economy. And yet, he promises living wages to government workers and economic boom as well. He is the proverbial old man of Berengwa cooking a stew of stones. After 38 years of being conned by Zanu PF, first about the mass prosperity and now about economic recovery, it is shocking there are still Zimbabweans out there, insane enough to still believe in Zanu PF's delicious and nourishing stone stew. Mnangagwa is only doing Mnangagwa is only going to drag this nation even deeper into the hell on earth Zanu PF has landed us in. The deeper we go, the harder it's going to be get out, assuming we've not already gone beyond the point of no return. Give Mnangagwa a chance. Thank you for listening.